Good day and welcome to Top Stories on Ogama TV. First, the headlines. Dynamic Women for Good Leadership Initiative endorses Governor Peter Mbah for a second term at the 2026 Dynamic Power Blueprint Conference. Omoyole Sowore alleges discrepancies in President Bola Tinubu's academic credentials submitted to INEC. Federal government begins legal framework for the implementation of state police. On business, over 5 million electricity customers in Nigeria remains unmetered, according to NEC. And on sports, Fulham completes the signing of Real Madrid's duo, Ganzo Garcia and Cesar Palacio. Bringing you the news is Chidiogo Asuke. Now the news in details. The Dynamic Women for Good Leadership Initiative has concluded its 2026 Dynamic Power Blueprint Conference with the official endorsement of the Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Ndubisi Mbah, for a second term in office. The conference, themed Building Capacity for Sustainable Impact, was held at the International Conference Center, Enugu, and brought together women from the 17 local government areas of the state, alongside government officials, traditional rulers, and other dignitaries. Speaking on behalf of Governor Mbah, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Agroeconomy, Dr. Patrick Mwabweze Uburu, commended the initiative for promoting women's development and reaffirms the administration's commitment to women-focused programs.
I bring you one greeting from His Excellency, the mighty Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Ndubisi Mbah, the Executive Governor of Enugu State, whom I am honored and privileged today to represent at this important gathering. His Excellency the Governor is particularly pleased to see initiatives such as this, which encourage women to invest in themselves through learning, leadership development, and capacity building.
In her keynote address, the convener of the initiative, Honorable Mrs. Rita Chimobi Ihemeje, highlighted the organization's achievements in empowering over 3,000 women through interest-free loans, medical outreach, mentorship, vocational trainings, and political education. She urged women to embrace continuous self-development and remain active contributors to good governance.
Dynamic Women is devoted in empowering women and supporting good governance. That's the two things we do here. And by the special grace of God, we have empowered more than 3,000 women. Yes. To the glory of God, we are still excelling. As you know what happened here today, somebody gave us 3 million. That is part of empowerment. The other person said he's going to empower 255 women farmers in this organization. So what we do here mainly is empowerment.
The conference ended with renewed calls for greater investment in the women's empowerment, stronger collaborations with government, and sustained support for the development of Enugu State. Moving on to the national scene, presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, Omoyole Sowore, has alleged discrepancies in the academic credentials submitted by President Bola Tinubu to the Independent National Electoral Commission ahead of the 2027 presidential elections. Sowore claimed the certificate recently submitted differs from the one presented during the Tinubu's 1999 governorship election in Lagos State. He urged Nigerians to demand accountability from public office seekers regarding their educational qualifications. Still on the national scene, the federal government has commenced the process of developing the legal and operational framework for the implementation of state police across the country. Chairman of the Presidential Working Group on the National Policing Bill and Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, disclosed that a 7-week program has been launched to produce a comprehensive national policing bill. He explained that although constitutional amendments establishing state police have recorded significant progress, the Nigerian police force remains the country's only constitutionally recognized police institution until amendment process is fully completed and implementing legislation enacted. We now go on a short break. When we return, we'll bring you business and sports news. Stay with us. Welcome back. You are listening to Top Stories on Ogama TV. Now to the rest of the news. On business, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission says more than 5 million electricity customers across the country remains without prepaid meters. According to the Commission's March and April 2026 metering report, Nigeria currently has over 12.4 million active electricity customers, with about 59.7% metered, while over 41% are still unmetered. The report also showed that Eko, Ikeja, and Abuja electricity distribution companies recorded the highest metering rates, despite continued complaints of unstable electricity supply in many parts of the country. And on sports, Premier League side Fulham have completed the signing of Real Madrid's young stars Gonzalo Garcia and Cesar Palacio for a combined fee of £42.5 million. Garcia joins on a 5-year contract worth £34 million, while Palacios signs a similar 5-year deal valued at about £8.5 million. The pair becomes the first signings under Fulham manager Alvaro Arbeloa, written with the coach after working together at Real Madrid. And just before we go, a recap of the major stories. We brought to you that the Dynamic Women for Good Leadership initiative endorses Governor Peter Mbah for a second term at the 2026 Dynamic Power Blueprint Conference. Omoyole Sowore alleges discrepancies in President Bola Tinubu's academic credentials submitted to INEC. We also brought to you that federal government begins legal framework for the implementation of state police. On business, over 5 million electricity customers in Nigeria remains unmetered, according to NAC. On sports, you heard that Fulham completes the signing of Real Madrid duo Gonzalo Garcia and Cesar Palacios. And that's all on the news at this hour. For more updates and breaking news, don't forget to follow us on our socials on Facebook at Ogama TV, on Instagram at Ogama TV1, on X at Ogama TV, on YouTube at Ogama TV, and also visit our website at www.ogamatvnews.com. I am Chidiogo Asuke. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.
When you think of online TV and radio, broadcasting, media consultancy, event coverage, event management and planning, there's no better name than Ogama TV. But that's not all. We're also into photo studio and coverage, equipment rental, news blogging, fashion and pageantry. We are at number 5/21 Chime Avenue, beside Open Sheraton Restaurant, New Haven, Enugu. Follow us on our social media handles: Facebook at Ogama TV, Instagram at Ogama TV1, Twitter at Ogama TV, website www.ogamatv.com. You can also send us email at ogamatv@gmail.com. Ogama TV, your one-stop media solution.